Hi everyone, welcome. Coach Morris here. Today we're going to be doing a short session using the overball, the squishy ball. You don't want to inflate it all the way. You want to leave a little bit deflated so we can work with it better. So let's get started on our back. And the ball is going to sit underneath the sacrum bone right there. And start with your pelvic tilt forward and back. So inhales, we tilt the pelvis forward. Exhales, you tilt your pelvis backwards. Just keep rocking the pelvis back and forth a few times. Just warming up the joints, the pelvis. And you're gonna feel a nice stretch there also in your lower back, especially if your lower back tends to be tight. It's a great stretch. And mobility for the hip joints and the pelvis. Now let's do side to side. So you want to rotate the pelvis from side to side, keeping your knees pointed up to the ceiling. And think about stacking your hips one on top of each other. And twist, and twist. Keep rotating, side to side. And now let's combine all directions into circles. So side, forward, other side, and back. Just going in full circle like that. Nice and flow, no stops. And reverse direction. All the way around. And relax. Let the pelvis settle back down there on the ball. And now we're gonna take one leg up to tabletop. So you want your knee over your hip and your shin is parallel to the floor. Now, using your core here to maintain a neutral spine to stabilize through the pelvis. So when you bring the leg down, we're going to tap the toes on the floor. Make sure that there is no pelvic tilt here. Okay, so now we're doing exactly the opposite with the pelvis. We want to stabilize and hold it in space, exactly where it is. So exhale, draw the abdominals in as you lower down the leg and lift it back up. So one more, and then switch the leg. So it's just a prep. Forward's coming. So lower down the leg, tap your toes on the floor, and lift it back up. Exhale. And up. And breathe. One more time. And then hold the leg up in a tabletop position and bring the other leg up. Hold that nice tabletop, knees right over your hips, and your shins are parallel to the floor. Okay, if you're really unstable here, use your arms on the floor. Now again, down with one leg, and we're gonna switch, and switch, and breathe out. So you're gonna feel your abs here a little bit more. If this is too challenging for you, keep doing it with one leg. Careful not to hyperextend here. Keep the front of the ribs closed. And 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stay up with one leg. Place the other foot back down on the floor. Send your legs straight up to the ceiling and just circling through your foot and ankle. And reverse. Now hold your legs straight. We're going to lower down the leg, reaching long forward, flex the foot and bring the leg back up. Point the leg and flex. Again, stabilizing through the pelvis. Make sure you're not tucking under, you're not collapsing here with the lower back to the ground as you bring the leg up. It takes a little bit of flexibility in the hamstrings. So if your hamstrings are tight, you may not gonna lift the leg as high, or the knee is gonna be slightly bent. That's fine. And one more. Hold your leg up and point your foot. Now we're gonna do hip circles. So knee to knee, down and around. And again. And around. So you really want to stabilize here through the pelvis. It's a little bit more challenging doing it on the ball versus with the pelvis on the ground. And 2 more. And reverse. Out to the side, down and around. Go 5, and around. 4, exhale. 3, 2, and 1. Relax. Let's do the other side. Second leg. So send your legs straight up, and let's start with just releasing our ankle, foot, reverse. Hold your foot gently pointed, lower and lift your leg. So point your foot as you lower down, flex your foot as you bring it back up, and lower, and lift. Again, when you bring the leg up, make sure you're not tilting your pelvis backwards here. Holding the space there between the lower back and the floor. And you might feel also a stretch here in the hamstrings. Hold the leg up, and the foot is pointed for hip circles. Knee to knee, down and around. Let's go. 5, and around. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Reverse it. Let's go. 5, 4, around. 3, 2, last one, and relax. Awesome. Now go ahead and stretch your back, hug the knees in, and relax. Let's take out the ball. All right, legs straight forward. Actually, we're going to place the legs on the ball for doing the roll-ups. All right, so the ball sits right underneath the ankles. Reach your arms back and over the head. Exhale, as you reach your arms up, curl head, neck, and shoulders, and roll yourself all the way up to sitting, reaching forward over your legs, and then slowly as we roll it back down with control. And a few more. Breathe. Draw those shoulders down. Up, 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 up. Long legs reaching forward. And slowly with control, rolling it back down. If you find it very challenging on the way up, you're using momentum, you feel like you're jumping up, grab a towel, fold it and place it underneath the lower back. So a little bump there underneath the lower back would make a big difference. Let's do one more. And from here, before we're rolling back down, take the ball and place it now somewhere in between your shoulder blades, towards the bottom of the shoulder blades. Place your hands, cradle the head with the hands, elbows slightly, so they're in your peripheral vision. You want to see your elbows. Go ahead and reach back and over. Give yourself a nice stretch, and then exhale as we go up. If you're feeling dizzy and uncomfortable to go all the way back, that's fine. You don't have to go all the way back there. Just go halfway a little bit. And exhale to lift. And go ahead. Back and over. Inhale. Shoulders down away from the ears. And now we're going to add on as we go up, lifting one leg up in the air to tabletop. And lower down. As soon as you start lifting up, you want to start floating the leg up in the air. You might feel a little bit shaky here. And exhale. Draw those abs and use those deep core muscles. And one more. Stay up there with the leg. And we're gonna rotate the spine. Reach your leg out long, open, send the elbow and the foot far out away from each other, and then back to center. And let's go 4 more. And center. And 3. Center. And 2. 1. And bring your foot down. Take a moment to stretch. And same thing on the other side. Bring the leg up and go ahead. Rotate the spine as you send your leg long forward to 45 and back to center. Again, stretch out and in. And twist. As you twist, you also want to think about lifting up. Last one. And bring your foot back down, stretch back and over. Take a moment here. And roll yourself up. All right, last one. Go down on your belly and place your hands on top of the ball. I'm gonna do some back extensions here. So we're gonna send the shoulders down away from the ears and lifting up the chest. Up, 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 and release it back down. So roll the ball towards you. Shoulders pulling down away from the ears. Go up, up, up. It also gives you a nice stretch for the front of your body, for the abdominal wall. So working the back extensors and stretching the front of the body. And one more. And stay down there. Now we're gonna feel the back muscles a little bit more. Take the ball off the floor. And we're gonna open the arms to the sides. Pass the ball from one hand to the other behind you and in front. And open. And in. Inhale. Exhale. Breathe in. Breathe out. Open. One more. And now change direction. Go. Open. And in. Inhale. Exhale. 3, 2, last one. Stay back with your hands. Reach back. Open, open, open. And release. Go back to the child pose. On your knees. Sit back on your heels and stretch. Roll yourself up. And let's just stretch a little bit. With your legs crossed. Take the ball to your side, one hand on the ball, and then reach out and over. Keeping the opposite hip down on the ground. Lengthen out. And open. Again. Out, out, out. Your elbow slightly bent. And one more. And grab your head here. Bring the head over to the side. And head circle slowly all the way around. And let's do the other side. Place the ball on the other side. And go ahead, reach over and center. And keeping that opposite hip anchored down on the floor. And open. One more. And grab your ear, bring the head over to the side. Gentle stretch for your neck. Shoulders down. Circling for the head, slowly all the way around. And arms up over your head. Take a deep breath in. Whew. All right, and that's it for today. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed it. Short Pilates core session using this small ball. Now there's so many other exercises and variations to do with this ball. This was just the tip of the iceberg. So I hope you can join me next time, and until then, enjoy. Thank you again. Bye now.